everyone. I, Priya, welcome you all to yet another exhilarating episode of Zee Connect. The festive season has begun, and though the fanfare is less, the emotions and excitement run high. Let's begin this episode with a forgotten piece of music, a form of singing that originally comes from the north, originally performed at Sufi shrines or dargahs across South Asia, Qawwali. Our guest today represents the latest generation of Qawwali, belonging to the 805-year-old Qawwal Bacha Gharana, also known as the Dilli Gharana. They are direct descendants of Mian Samut bin Ibrahim and 6th generation of Ustad Tanras Khan Sahib. We have with us Hamza Akram Qawwal.
पूरी दुनिया में कव्वाली रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं हम तीनों भाई, हमजा अकरम तैमूर अब्दुल क़व्वाल एंसेंबल के नाम से। और कव्वाली का जो म्यूज़िक पे इम्पैक्ट है, ख़ास तौर पे सब कॉन्टिनेंट की म्यूज़िक पे जो इम्पैक्ट है वो किसी से भी छुपा नहीं है। कोई बॉलीवुड की फिल्म हो या हमारे लॉलीवुड का कोई अवार्ड शो हो, कुछ भी हो, कव्वाली के बगैर पूरा नहीं होगा। और ये हमारी खुशकिस्मती है कि अब ये दोबारा पिछले कुछ अरसे से ये दोबारा ट्रेंड में आ चुकी है कव्वाली। और हमें बहुत खुशी है कि अब कोई भी, चाहे वो यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के शोज़ हो या प्राइवेट गेट टुगेदर्स हो, वो कव्वाली और क्लासिकल कव्वाली के बगैर पूरी नहीं होती। और हमें बहुत ज़्यादा सराहा जा रहा है हमारी कम्युनिटी की तरफ से पूरी दुनिया में, और हमें बहुत खुशी है। अब जो ये कलाम हम पेश करने जा रहे हैं, ये मनकुन तो मौला फ़ाज़ानी मौला।
Wonderful interview. It's time for a little break. We'll see you shortly. Welcome back. It's time for स्वाद से स्वागत. आइए देखते हैं तस्नीम क्या रेसिपीज बना रही हैं आज.
स्वाद से स्वागत में स्वागत है दोबारा आप सबका. I hope you guys are doing well and I'm here to share more recipes. So I hope you guys are staying in, staying safe and looking at all the new recipes that possibly exist out there. So let's get into one more today. I call this one the immunity booster. We have celery, pineapple, believe it or not, salt and pepper, and agave. Okay, so we're gonna start with juicing the celery. Now, what I like doing is I juice my celery because in a juicer because it's very difficult to blend it. It has like these fibrous threads in it, so you cannot blend it. So use a juicer for that. However, I love keeping the pulp from my pineapple. So of course, if you want, you could go into the juicer, but keeping the fiber is always healthier, tastier, and just that much better. So what I do with my pineapple is I put it into my hand blender and I use the celery juice as a base to help get things moving. Okay, so with the juice that we've taken from the celery, 4 stalks of celery, I am going to put in about an approximate of 2 slices of pineapple. So that's the ratio basically. You can multiply it as many times as you want or reduce it, but this should make about 1 glass. Okay, so now our pineapple, it really helps with cough. You want to keep all of this clean these days, and pineapple is going to do exactly that for. So we're going to put in celery, which is our base, which is going to really help to juice everything out. And we use salt. So we're going to go in with sea salt. Now it really depends on how much you like. I just like putting in a little bit extra because then I can really taste it. And pepper. You can put pepper powder, but I personally really like freshly grated pepper. Now I'm just going to go in with a little agave because I personally find pineapples a little tart. So if you like that, you can just keep it. नहीं तो अगर आपको मिठास चाहिए है तो agave add कर लें. So I start with a little slower setting and then I turn it to high once I know that all the pineapple has blended through. There we go. And there we have it. Your immunity booster. Okay, so for today's second recipe, it's a smoothie. And the best thing is that you can add greens into it, any greens you want, and nobody's gonna find out because you have flavors like bananas, peaches, very strong flavors. And the best thing is we're using coconut milk. So if you're doing cow's milk or any dairy product, please make sure you're using full fat. Coconut milk, it goes good because it adds a very tropical flavor to the entire smoothie. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna take 1 banana. I personally like my bananas only for my smoothie to be a little raw. I feel like it just adds better flavor, but that's just a personal preference. And then we go into peaches. So I have 1 peach. Okay, now the greens that I have chosen today is 1 cup of baby spinach. You can use anything from broccoli to asparagus to absolutely anything that you want. I just like baby spinach better in my smoothies. So in goes my spinach. And again, since we're doing green, why not add a little more green? So I'm using wheatgrass. You can use chlorella, you can use matcha, you can use whatever you want. So I'm gonna put in about 1.5 teaspoons. And up coconut milk and a little agave. So again, agave optional है. अगर आप नहीं डालना चाहते हैं तो ज़रूरी नहीं है. And here we go. And there we have our smoothie. Very, very delicious. You do not feel the spinach or whatever green that you put in there. Very healthy, very filling as well. So this can actually be a good breakfast smoothie as well. Nothing else needed. Enjoy. So I will start with creating the base of the juice by juicing 4 stalks of celery. I will then use 2 slices of pineapple cubed. Using the celery juice as a base now, I will add sea salt and some freshly crushed black pepper. I will finish with a little agave syrup and hand blend it. And there we have it, your immunity booster. For our next smoothie, we are using 1 banana, 2 peaches, and 1 cup of baby spinach. To that, I will add 1.5 teaspoons of wheatgrass powder and top it up with coconut milk. And for sweetness, a little agave again. And there we have our smoothie.
Those were some really healthy and tasty juices, weren't they? I'm gonna get straight into trying them in my kitchen while we take a little break and come back for more. वेलकम बैक। अर्ज किया है फिर एक नई उड़ान और वही नीला आसमान, हवाओं संग बातें, यही मेरी सुबह, यही मेरी शाम. Our guest today does exactly this. नई उड़ान और हवाओं से बातें. कैसे? Let's find out. Hi Badar, welcome to Zee Connect.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure being with you guys.
Yes, it's superb to have you with us on the show. So, Badar, let's start by knowing a little bit about you.
I'm a pilot by profession, which I love, but my passion is music, and it's a tricky balance between the two.
I think flying is very, very fascinating for everyone. I mean, I'm sure people who talk to you and you tell them that you fly all around the world, they must be wanting to know everything.
It is an incredible profession, and जिनको travel पसंद है, उनके लिए तो ये बहुत ही अच्छी profession है. So I combined. I was lucky enough that my father was in the Foreign Service, he was an ambassador as I was growing up. So I was going with him to different countries, and so I've studied in 4 different continents, and that gave me the opportunity to learn about new cultures and languages, and as things turned out, I got the opportunity when I was only 17 to start my flying, and by the time I was 18 again, I got a great opportunity to join my national airline back home. And I was amongst, I wouldn't say the youngest, but I was amongst the youngest pilots who was flying in the airline. And people didn't know whether I was flying or I was a student. All my friends were students. And so at 18, I started my career in flying. However, I always had a passion to study more and improve myself. And I got an opportunity as time went by to study some more. Along the way, I did my MBA. And currently I've done my life coaching and PhD in human factors, which is a field that we're very closely linked to. Along with that, anytime I'm finished with my flying and I come back home, I relax by playing music. Flying wise, I would say that I've been blessed, and I've gone to, I traveled a lot with my father, and I never thought that I could up that. But since I've been in the flying profession, as a profession, I've been to more countries than most people.
You've been one of those fortunate ones whose profession is taking you places.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm doing something that I love. I love flying, and along with that, I love traveling, and all of that combined is something which gives me a great sense of satisfaction.
Yeah. Well, Badar, now coming to your passion, you were saying that music helps you relax, and I can see the guitars and the drums around you.
Absolutely. I have, so every time we come back from a trip, wherever we've gone, it takes about half an hour for us to unwind. And people have different ways of unwinding. I unwind by playing music. And it's very therapeutic for me, and it brings down my blood pressure, my pulse and everything in no time. And within half an hour, I'm really relaxed, and I then disconnect from work, and that's a good time for me to rest. So when I'm finished with my music, my mind is absolutely clear, and I can focus on the sleeping part of the rest, which is required after every trip.
Right.
And having said that, music has connected me with a lot of people, a lot of cultures, and I made a lot of friends along the way. I don't play in a band, but I play with a few people who are like-minded, some of them are amateurs, some of them are professionals, and we've done some worthwhile things mostly with charity.
Yeah.
And collected money for the needy, and it's a great way to use your passion to help other people.
So when did you realize that this is your passion, and was it like a self-taught thing, or did you?
It's completely self-taught. I haven't taken any lessons, and I realized very early that God has blessed me with rhythm in my head, with the sense of timing, which is crucial to playing music. And then I slowly developed it. And my father, God bless him, he was a great man, and he always encouraged whatever passions that I had. And I think he also must have thought early that this is a good passion to have rather than doing silly things. So I wasn't doing silly things, I was playing music instead. So as I was developing my guitar skills, I realized that, all that banging on the desk that I was doing in school, that there must be something to it. So I started picking up different ethnic percussion instruments. So this sitting over here is an African percussion instrument called a djembe.
For now, let's hear you play something and maybe sing something as well.
Like a stone set in your right, like a thorn set in your side, and I'm waiting for you. Slide a hand and twist her fate, bet on nails she makes me wait, and I'm waiting for you. With or without you, with or without you, I can't live with or without you. From the sea we reach the shore, give it all, but I won't know, and I'm waiting for you. With or without you, with or without you, I can't live with or without you. And you give yourself away, and you give yourself away, and you give, and you give, and you give yourself away. With or without you, with or without you, I can't live with or without you. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, with or without you, with or without you, I can't live. Body's gone, my body's gone. You got me with nothing to win and nothing left to lose.
Beautiful. Badar, thank you so much. Wish you all the very best in both your passion and your profession.
Thank you so much for having me, and hopefully we can do some other shows where I can do some of the other musicians who are doing similar things.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And ho chala hai समय आपसे विदा लेने का. We'll see you next week with lots more. Until then, you guys stay safe, stay healthy, keep watching Zee Connect, and do keep sharing your feedback with us on our social media handles below. Take care until next week. This is me, Priya, signing off.